Thrivingpreneurs. How's everyone doing? Okay, so today is Monday, and we are literally counting down to our very last week of our 30-day Blitz challenge, which I'm super duper duper excited about, right? And let me just really quickly go on here. I want to be able to see everyone while I'm doing this. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday. All right. And so I'm really, really excited about the ending of the 30-day challenge, because as we all know, when something ends, that opens up the opportunity for something else to begin, right? And so that means we get to start off with something fresh and brand new. And so today, while we will celebrate this last week, and actually the last day of the 30-day challenge is on, what is this, Wednesday, Tuesday, May 30th. Tuesday, May 30th is the absolute last day that we'll be participating in the 30-day challenge. And then we'll be rolling over into our next ordeal, which is what we're talking about today. So I'm really excited about that. And we'll be doing our ceremony, the gift certificates and the prizes and, the winners and all that stuff during our Q&A call on Wednesday, the 31st. So really, really big day. Also the day that the new academy will be opening. And in light of that, and in light of all the new things that are taking place today, I want to take a moment, and I know it's because I want to, you know what, y'all not going to let me do it the way I want. Let me do it this way, because it's harder, like when you're recording, when it's not that way. So is that better? Is that better? Glasgow. You just have to turn your phone the other way. Hey, Ronaldo. So today we're going to talk about business strategy and niche wealth. And we're going to talk about, I got the whiteboard here now. I don't know if you guys can see my whiteboard. Let me just try to move it this way. And I'll try to make that happen. But I've actually got my board up today because we're having some serious conversation as we're rolling in. And as we're rolling into the next segment. Yeah, Tanisha, I noticed that. Tanisha says the challenge was good. I did not get lots of points, but I have done more than before, and I got past some fears. And that's important. That's one of the things that the 30-day challenge is about. One of the reasons why we were diving into this 30-day challenge was to focus on fears. Okay, did you say it like you're like kind of sideways? Okay, is that better? Okay, so now I just want to say hi to everybody that's on the line. I know it's a number of you on there. I don't want to take up a lot of your time today, but I really want to get some things across, and I really want to make a special announcement. And so if you guys can just bear with me while we go through this, that'll be great. You will find this very beneficial for your business. Now, you guys know that I am a huge reader, and one of the books that I'm reading, that I'm always reading just to kind of refresh my mind, is How Rich People Think. It's by Steve Seibold, I believe his name is. And I want to start off, before we dive into the whiteboard here, I want to start off with a couple of things to kind of get your mind, wrap your mind around where we're going, what direction we're going within your niche recruitment and staffing agency business. Here on page 31, middle class believe jobs, and I probably should put my glasses on here. Hold on, let me just do this here. Okay. Middle class believe jobs are the safest way to earn money. World class believes outstanding performance is the safest way to earn. The average person growing up in America is bombarded with the same message. Get a good education so you can get a good job. Interesting advice in a country founded and established on the ideals of independence, entrepreneurship, and freedom. It is not that there aren't world-class performers who punch a time clock for a paycheck, but for most, this is the slowest path to prosperity. promoted as the safest. The truth is, having a job is no safer than owning a business. As counterintuitive as this may seem, people who work for themselves have the power to proactively seek out business and increase revenues at will. They can work as many or few hours as they wish and change the direction of the company at any time they choose. They are not subject to the whims of management or the politics of corporate culture. The self-employed are the architects of their own destiny. But while the middle class is attracted to jobs for safety, the world class knows the only safety in any service or product provider has lies in her ability to perform. No matter who signs your paycheck, your financial success will always be based on the level of service you provide and how many people you provide it to. The great ones know there's no such thing as safety in a free market economy. Labor unions, human resources departments, and lawsuits initiated by poor performing employees are becoming less effective in an increasingly competitive, performance driven place market. This is where world-class performers seize the opportunity to get rich, while the middle class make a mediocre effort and hides behind the perceived protection of the corporate structure. Woo! There are people with jobs who get rich, but the percentage is small. The fastest way to wealth is to work for yourself and determine the size of your own paycheck. The greatest form of security is to have millions in the bank. The rich take advantage of this, while the masses wait on the sidelines, terrified to get in the game for fear they will lose the money they have. Meanwhile, the world class is earning more in a year than the average person will make in a lifetime. And the heart of the reason is the unwillingness to let go of a security that does not actually exist. Jane Bryan says too many people are thinking of security instead of opportunity. They seem more afraid of life than of death. Okay, that's my first one. And hold on to that because I'm going to come back to that. Here's my second one, and then we're going to dive in. Middle class believes you have to do something to get rich. World class believes you have to be something to get rich. Follow me. There's a popular nonlinear philosophy espoused by some of the most astute and successful among us that says it's not what you do that guarantees wealth, it's what you are. These people believe it's not the labor that creates the fortune, but the thinking behind the labor. That's why people like Donald Trump go from millionaire to $9 billion in debt and come back richer than ever. The masses see this as good fortune, great talent, and even luck, but studies show something more fundamental: world-class consciousness. People like Mr. Trump have a fundamental belief that they are supposed to be rich, fulfilled, and happy. They believe they have every right to be rich, and no matter how many times they fail, they will ultimately win the day. This self-fulfilling prophecy rarely fails because it leads them to behaviors that support their beliefs. While the masses are fixated on the doing and the immediate results of their actions, the great ones are learning and growing from every experience, whether it's a success or a failure, knowing their true reward is becoming a human success machine that eventually produces outstanding results. Their secret is to focus on being the person capable of getting the results that they desire. This is a superior strategy because it puts the performer in control of his success and is not dependent on market conditions, luck, or any other variable outside of the performer himself. The best starting point to carry out this strategy comes from my friend and mentor, Jen Cathcart, one of the most successful professional speakers in the world. Jim suggests to his audiences that they start asking themselves this daily question: how would the person I wish to become do the thing I'm about to do? This question programs the performer to focus his mental energy where it's most powerful, on building a better machine. Money demands that you sell, not your weakness to men's stupidity, but your talent to their reason. Ayn Rand. So there's a few things I want to go back. And one, that was a good question. And the question again was, how would the person I wish to become do the thing that I'm about to do in my business? Not just in my life, but we're talking here today about business. Now, the one thing that I wanted to first kind of get you guys set up with the mindset about wealth and how you're thinking. Because many of you are here for the reason to make millions of dollars and so forth. Hopefully, there are a number of you that are here for the reason to not just make millions of dollars, but to be able to impact the world in the most amazing way through your recruitment and staffing business, right? And so I kind of want to get you in the mindset of how you get to a level of wealth, right? And we talk about that. Hey, Henry, how are you? And we talk about that through business strategy. And we're going to talk about also your niche wealth, okay? Because you guys don't even realize what you have and what you have embarked on here in this business, starting your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. And I really want to expand your mindset around that so that as you're growing your business, okay, you can think strategically and you can continuously accumulate wealth over time in many different areas, okay? This part of the book where they said here, okay, while the masses are fixated on doing while the masses are fixated on the doing and the immediate results of their actions, the great ones are learning and growing from every experience, whether it's a success or a failure, knowing their true reward is becoming a human success machine that eventually produces outstanding results. Their secret is to focus on being the person capable of getting the results they desire. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. Okay, last month we focused on tactics. Okay, we focused on tactics. Does anybody know what the definition of tactics really is? Okay, tactics. Can somebody, hey, good morning, Wanda. Can somebody put that in the box, put that in the notes, wherever you are? Well, how do you define tactics? Hey, Shalonda, it's good to see you. Hey, how are you? Hey, Christopher, how are you? Tell me what tactics are. What do you define tactics? We did tactics. We created tactical strategies last month. Tactics. What are tactics? If you participated in the 30-day challenge last month, tactics were how many activity network events did you attend? Who sent the most congratulations cards to clients? Anniversary, birthday. Tactics. Asked for the most client referrals. Tactics. Conducted the most candidate interviews. Tactics, okay? Made the most candidate follow-ups, made the most client follow-ups. These are all tactics. Some of you use social media to drive traffic into your business. That's a tactic. That's what we did last month. We worked on tactical means to be able to create an immediate or somewhat of an immediate difference in our business, right? Which are all good. We need that. And from a strategic perspective, from a CEO perspective, from an entrepreneur, from a staffingpreneur, from a business perspective, you have to understand how to implement tactics in your business, how to drive tactical activity in your business. But you're not just driving and creating tactics just to create them, because that immediate need is not enough to take your business to the next level. Does that make sense? Having an immediate need and creating tactics to fill that immediate need is never enough to take your business to the next level. It's never enough. And so today, I want to talk to you a little bit about what it does take to take your business to the next level. Okay, so for my folks that are watching here on Facebook, I'm going to turn more closer to the chart. Right now, I want each and every one of you to start thinking about where you are today. Where are you right now in your business? Where are you as far as the number of clients that you have? Where are you as far as the number of candidates that you have? Where are you as far as your gross revenue, your monthly revenue? Do you have revenue? Okay. Where are you today, right now? And I want you to really think about where you are from a very large perspective. And I want you to think about all the activity and the tactics that you guys utilized over the last 30 days, right? You're doing those things to not just create an immediate return on your investment, but you're doing those things to driving activity and driving activity and driving activity to get to where you want to be. And so now I want you to take a moment and I want you to ask a very similar question. Hey, Michelle. Hey, John. Okay. Another similar question. Hey, Felicia. Felicia. Where do you want to be? Okay. Where you know where you are right now, but where do you want to be? Where do you envision yourself as a business? Okay. When I think about strategy, and I took some notes here, strategy is a carefully designed and detailed plan to achieve a long-term goal. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be a year from now? Okay. Where do you want to be January 1, 2018? I apologize. Okay. Strategy. In business, strategy is the overall impact, the ultimate position that you would like to achieve in your market. Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? Okay? Where do you see yourself a year from now? So we've got all of these tactics that now we've had practice with doing over the last 30 days, and they have been amazing. They have gotten you fired up. Am I right? You've gotten fired up about your business. You're seeing things happening in your business. Some of you have obtained contracts. Some of you have made more placements. Some of you have increased your talent pipeline. So many positive, you have met the right people at the right time. So many of you have had successes. Some of you, a young lady just mentioned earlier, the one thing that came out was you were able to break some of the fears that you had around the business, around talking to clients and around talking to candidates. But now it is time for us to tap into our entrepreneurship just a little bit stronger and start looking at the strategic side of the business. Why are we doing all of these tactical activities, beyond just looking to make the placement, beyond just looking to make the sale? Why are we doing these things? What is the ultimate goal? Is the ultimate goal just to be rich? Is it just to be wealthy? Or maybe the ultimate goal is to be an influencer in your niche space, in your community, to be respected, to be trusted, right? To be able to provide value that maybe somebody else doesn't know how to provide. That's right, digging deeper, strategy. You got to start thinking beyond just how much money you can make in this business, because that will come if you have a purpose in this business. Many of you are coming in and have recruiting and staffing in your mind designed exactly the way it's been for the last, 50, 60, 70 years. And that's not how you walk into a new market. That's not how you create a market. Do you understand? Do you understand? It's so much more. Yes, let's go dig even deeper. I love Glasgow said, I want to spend more time with my aging mother and my young children. That's another reason why it's a level of freedom, right? So when you start thinking about this business, I'm going to say this. I have nothing against multi-level marketers, not one thing. But I I've been in a number of multi-level marketing firms over my lifetime. And one of the things that I've noticed over time is that most people who sell multi-level marketing don't believe in their product. They're literally selling based on a system that someone else has created to earn the extra money. They don't really believe in the product that they're selling. And I've noticed that some staffingpreneurs come in with the same mentality. I'm going to take this program that Dee has, I'm going to follow it exactly, which is great to some degree, and then I'm going to go out and duplicate it, which is great to some degree, although you've left one important piece out of that puzzle. You are what makes this business different. You are what sets your business apart from every other business who has a similar business model, who offers the same services. So how do you create you for the world to see is the question today. How do you define what your business looks like or what you want your business to look like in the future? You have to create a vision for what you want your business, where you want your business to be in the market, right? Do I want to be in the top as a Fortune 100 company, a Fortune 500 company? Do I want to do I just want to, that's right, Felicia, you got to put your stank on it. I like that. That's right. So you got to kind of figure out where you're going to be and then what that business looks like to you. I said I wasn't going to do this. Oh my gosh. This is one of the training sessions that are coming up in the new staffing and in the new academy. In the welcome section, actually, before we start to dive into the training, because you got to have a vision for where you want your business to be and what you want your business to look like and how you want your business to move and operate. Okay, you've got to have a vision. So I was talking to a young lady who had a one-on-one with me, a consultation. And she says, Dee, I think that I want to start an executive assistant staffing agency. And I said, oh my gosh, this is great. Because now what do you envision your business to look like, this executive assistant staffing agency? And she says, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, 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 blah. And the first thing that I wanted to dive into and that I did dive into was helping her to create a vision around what she wants her business to look like, right? So I said, well, with an executive assistant staffing agency, there are many levels of executive assistants. You kind of have your administrative assistant, you have your senior level, which is more like sometimes for your corporate, you kind of have a personal assistant level. And then you also have like this high-end chief executive assistant officer, right? Level. So you've got all these different levels. How are you going to bring that to life? What is your brand going to define? How are you going to define your brand? Right? So not just placing executive assistants, but do you have standards for the type of executive assistants that you place? Do you guys in your office wear a specific type of uniform, maybe a server uniform, to let clients know you're there to serve them? What type of personality are you creating around your business? Do you hear where I'm going with this? What does your business look like? What is the culture of your business? Steve Jobs does a great example of this. Everyone knows and understands the culture of Apple, and he's created a whole tribe of people to follow that culture that Apple has created. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to click on my next video. All right, so I want you to start thinking about that. This is important. This is the direction that you want to go into. And we'll dive into that, of course, during our live training. So for the month of June, we're going to take it a step further. Last month, we learned tactics. Okay? Y'all didn't even know what was going on. Hello. Y'all didn't even know what was going on. Last month, we learned tactics, okay? How to do things to generate an immediate return. And these are activities that you're going to do all the time. But as a CEO, as the CEO of your company, as an entrepreneur, as a staffingpreneur, This month, we're going to learn strategy. Hello, Tanisha says, sneaky D. We're going to learn strategy. So for June 27th, the day, so this is the day after our ceremony, I'm sorry, June 1st is a Thursday. I will be going live on June 1st, and I will be kicking off our June event. Tanisha said, I'm Halloween. I'll be kicking off our June event only for Academy members, okay? So you have to be a member of Staffingpreneurs Academy to catch this live training. If you're not a member of Staffingpreneurs Academy, you will be able to purchase it later, but it will change your life. Let me show you how. We will have 8 live video trainings for the month of June. 8 live video trainings. We will be creating our candidate and our client capital playbooks, okay? This is all strategy. The hearts are coming in on Facebook. I love it. This is all, we're talking all strategy. Now, does that mean that you do not do the tactical activities that you learned last month? No, you still have to do the tactical activities because those are the things that are going to help drive your business forward. But for the month of June, we're going to talk about how we use those tactical strategies to reach a higher goal, to reach a higher status in your business, right? In your business. And when I say a higher status, meaning ensuring that you understand your market, knowing how your market will benefit from you and how you'll be able to benefit from your market, understanding how to position yourself in your market, understanding where you want to be ultimately and how you're going to use those tactics to get there. The June 2017 challenge, you don't win any points. What you do is you learn how to level your business, to take your business to the next level. And as we are creating these playbooks, you're going to be able to start seeing how to use those tactics that we will dive back into in July for the next 30-day challenge. Now they'll be more directed. Do you understand? Now, each activity that you do, each tactic that you do in the July 30-day challenge, it will have more meaning. It will have more direction. You will have more understanding. By the end of the 8 weeks, you will have a clear picture of what your clients look like, what your client market looks like, your niche, and what your candidate market looks like, your niche. Further instructions will come to prepare you in the academy before June 1st. Each and every one of you will receive a workbook. All right, you will receive a workbook. I'm not sure if it's going to be physical. It's probably going to be downloadable. Maybe we'll have it to where you can input it into a system. But if you're literally physically going to be building a candidate and a client capital playbook. All right. This is our June 2017 endeavor. Now, in July, again, we'll go back into the 30-day challenge. We'll start putting some of the things that we've learned from a strategic perspective into use with the tactics so that you can see your business moving another step forward. And then we'll come back in August and we'll go back into strategy mode and we'll keep driving in. Okay. So this is where I want your minds to start to roll to. So over the next week, we have from now, which is today is what, the 22nd, all the way until the 30th. I want you to go tactic hard. Do you hear me, staffingpreneurs? I want you to literally dive into your business and I want you to look at the tactics that you are using. We have listed them all here in Facebook. Let me pull it back up here. We have talked about networking events, congratulations cards, client referrals, candidate referrals, client follow-ups, candidate follow-ups. I want you to look at all of the activities that you are doing. And I want you to literally write them down. Write what you're doing. If you're doing something different, if you added a little spin to something, I want you to get into your business and start really looking at the tactics that you are doing right now on the fly. Y'all didn't even notice what's happening, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to start understanding our market, because in July, we're going to put them together. So the last week, week 4. So let me go through because I'm getting excited. Okay, all right. Y'all know I can't contain my excitement. Okay, so y'all don't laugh at me. Okay, so week 1, we're going to go over the who. All right, we're going to talk about candidate who, client who. I don't want you to bring every position that you're working on to this event, okay, to this challenge. I just want you to pick one position only. That's it. Yes, you'll fill millions of other positions, but I want you to pick one position only. This is the position that you're going to take pride in every moment of the day, that you can fill this position easily and immediately for any client that comes across the table. Okay, so if you're a nurse practitioner recruitment and staffing agency, then I want your position to be nurse practitioners. All right, and if you need to pick a specific type of nurse practitioner, you can do that as well if you want to dig even deeper. And you can dig even deeper if you want. All right, if you do software developers, pick one type of software developer, to where if you are in an elevator with a client and that client says, what do? I place Java software developers / engineers, and and you'll be able to say that, who specialize in this, and this, right? So you're gonna know your market. We're gonna do that. So the who are we? We're gonna literally start to understand our niche in week 1. And you're going to get step-by-step instructions. I'm going to show you during the video, and I'm going to give you actionable items every week, every day, that you should be doing towards understanding who your clients are. At the end of the week, we're going to come back together for a follow-up video, and we're all going to talk about it out loud. Okay? And you're going to understand what your end result's going to look like. So I'll have mine, you'll have yours. And you'll understand. So then you'll be able to know who your clients are, what the demographics of your clients are. In week 2, who your competitors are. And week 2, we're going to go over the where. Where are my candidates? Where are my clients? Where are they located? This is a question I hear all the time. I don't know how to find my clients. I don't know how to find my candidates. I put on this whole thing about your client, your get your top 100, right? I talk about that, right? Where's your 100? Where's your top 100 clients you want to, what niche market you want to get into? When I start talking to people about putting that target 100 together, they're like, oh my God, so much work. Not even understanding this is the core of your business. But here, we're not even going to go into the target 100. We're going to start with the where. Because this will start to help you identify who you want to work with and where you're going to find those folks, okay? So that'll be week 2. Week 3, we're going to find out what they want. If I ask you guys right now, how many of you know for your particular niche, what your clients specifically want and need right now? What's keeping them up at night? What challenges they're having? I guarantee more than half of you will be able, who can tell me? Who can answer those questions? Can any of you answer those questions right now? I believe maybe a small portion. Most of you don't know what's keeping your clients up at night. Most of you don't know the challenges that your clients are having right now. Most of you have no clue why a niche recruitment and staffing agency is even valuable to any company that's hiring right now for the particular position that you offer. Most of you don't know your value, right? I see y'all quiet now. Okay, that's okay, because we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what they want. And then we're finally going to end it off with where do you want to take them? Okay? Where do you want to take them? Where do you ultimately want? Because many of you are going to say, well, I want them to be my client and I want to make a placement, right? But that's only one area. You have to understand what I just want to explain something to you guys. You're opening a niche recruitment and staffing agency. Do you understand how much wealth is within a niche market? Do you understand how much wealth is within a niche market? Yes, you are starting a niche recruitment and staffing agency business, but if you are really loving and mining your niche, you now have access to a market of people who like something, all similarly. Do you understand how valuable that is? Do you understand where you can take these people, how you can impact these people's lives outside of just making placements? Strategy. Today, we're talking about business strategy and niche wealth. So by the end of this 4 weeks, you're going to understand your niche market so that you can start to create a strategy to take you, hold on, where are we at? Where you want to be, with a major focus on building the wealth of your niche. Does that make sense? Is anybody else excited outside of me? Is anybody else excited? That's right, Christopher. Helping clients become or stay competitive. Now, I want to share something with you, because there was a young lady when, as I teach people, I learn a lot. And there was a young lady, and I'm telling her, I'm going through the strategy, and I'm saying, hey, we want to create strategy around your business. No, D, I want to make the placement. I just got to make the placement. Listen, D, if I can just make one more placement this month, then I'll be able to do this. Okay. Yes, but let's talk strategy. Okay, but I don't really have time for strategy. But see, what you don't understand is, for me, this is a lifestyle business, D. And because it's a lifestyle business, if I don't make placements, I don't feed my family. I don't feed my kids. So I need to make a placement today. Okay, I understand. But you've got to understand, let's talk strategy. So that it's, no, D, I can't talk strategy, because you have to understand, for me, a placement is everything. That lets me know that the business works. That lets me know that the business is real. That lets me know that I can do this. I don't want to deal with strategy, D. I just want to go in and do the tactical activities that need to take place so that I can get a win today. Okay, so that's how that conversation went with her in New York, right? So let's fast forward 4 weeks later. Okay, now remember, she doesn't have time for strategy. She only had time for tactics. Remember, everything was about the tactical side of the business, right? So now she's got 24 people, 23 people on bill, 12 people on billing. Right? And we're coming to the point where those 12 people, I'm getting my clients mixed up, where those 12 people, there you said it, Nalita, where those 12 people are now ready to come off of contract. Now, these are HR, was she HR? What was she? HR, I believe HR administrative folks, okay? So now these people are ready to come off billing. So now I ask her, I say, hey, my love, did you call your staff? Have you been in touch with your staff and working on your staff to see whether they're going to stay on contract? Have you talked to the client? Well, the client's not calling me back, D. Oh, the client's not calling you back. No, the client's not calling me back. Okay, so have you talked to the candidates? Well, yeah, I've talked to the candidates, but they don't really know what's going on. As far as they know, they'll be coming off a contract on this particular date. I said, okay, well, how are you going to get in contact with your client? I don't know, because I've been calling them. They're not answering the phone. I don't really understand why they're not answering the phone. I don't understand why they're not calling me back. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you talked to your clients? When I made the placement. Oh, that's the last time you talked to you. Well, how long ago did you make the placement? Well, I made the placement 60 days ago. Oh, so you haven't talked to your client for 60 days. Have you followed up? Have you made a phone call? Do you even have a relationship with any of these clients? But no, I mean, I got the job order and I made the placement and I got the job order and I made the placement, D, and they on billing. And for the last 60 days, I've been living nice with my 12 people on billing. Awesomeness. I love that, is how I replied. And I said, but now it's time to renew my contracts, right? It's time to renew your contracts with these candidates. It's time to increase their billing time or replace them with someone else. Like, how are you going to even be able to have that conversation if you don't have a relationship with the hiring manager? Well, I didn't realize I needed a relationship with the hiring manager, is what she said to me. And what I said to her was, but when in the beginning, when I wanted to talk to you about strategy, you told me, no, I don't want strategy. When I wanted to talk to you about strategy, you said you didn't have time for strategy. When I wanted to talk to you about strategy, you said, I need money right now, Dee. That's what you said to me. You didn't have time for strategy. Now is the time where the strategy kicks in. Now is the time that you've taken that original strategy that we've created and you've actually implemented it into your business so that your candidates, so that you have a relationship with the hiring manager, and that either your candidates are moving on into other opportunities or you are they're staying there and you're placing more people on billing. This is when you start thinking about strategies in the beginning, not when you need the client to answer the phone. Because if you had strategy, the client would have already answered the phone. He would have been running to answer the phone. He wants to hear what you have to say, right? He wants to hear those things. He knows that you're genuinely, that you genuinely care about the direction that his company is going in. He understands that. So when you call, he tells everyone, I've got to take this call. This is Dee Williams on the line. Okay? Because you had a strategy. You were going somewhere. You knew that you wanted to be somewhere. And in order to get there, you can't just do the tactical things that get you there. You literally have to create a strategy to understand where you want to be, so you'll know how to use those tactical plays, okay, to create your long-term outcome. I'm excited. I apologize. I just hope you guys have an idea of that concept and where we're going. I want you guys to be able to look at your business from a long-term perspective and to be able to scale that business out for growth. And right now, many of you are living in this tactical world. It was like prior to the month of May, you knew that there were some things that you were supposed to be doing, but you really weren't sure 100% what they were. And you really weren't sure about even maybe just doing them. There was like fear. It's like, I don't know, right? So then you see everyone kind of diving in and you learn the tactics and you're like, okay, yes, great. I've got the tactics. Now I can do it. I'm ready to go, right? Well, now let's go to the next phase. Now let's go to the next. Let's build a strategy, okay? So that you understand, so that you have a clear understanding, right, of where you're looking to go and how it looks when you get there. And you can start building from that goal backwards. And so now when we go into July, our tactics are meaningful. I saw someone posted in the Facebook group today. Did you guys, when you were doing your activities, were they to someone direct? And that was an excellent question. But in my mind, I was thinking I wouldn't do an activity unless it was directed towards a potential strategy. But that also let me know that many of you are creating tactics and you're implementing your tactics without strategy. And I think it's important for you, whenever you're starting a business, is to have a clear vision of what your business looks like, what your brand looks like, how your brand is defined, how people see you and your brand, and create strategy around what that ultimate goal is. When I was a little girl, oh my gosh, I wanted to be a princess. What girl doesn't? I wanted to be a princess. So all I thought about were all the many things that princesses did. Princesses primp their hair. They made sure, y'all see I'm obsessed with headbands. They made sure their crowns were on properly. They made sure everyone in the village were taken care of respectfully and treated like human beings. There was a great economic system that was established for my kingdom. Okay, I'm a princess. I know that I'm a princess, and at some point I'm going to be queen. I've got to practice for those things. So I asked my mom, can I walk around the house in my best gear? So my mom said, these are $200 church dresses, little girl. You are not about to get dressed in your church dresses. So when my mom left, I put my church dresses on and I put my little crown on and I directed everyone there. And I walked like a queen and I ate like a queen and I drank like a queen and I thought like a queen and I slept like a queen. I did everything like a queen because in my mind, I was princess. I was going to one day be queen. I was also going to be this princess that I was imagining myself to be. So I had to act like it now. And so I want you to start thinking about your business. How does your village look? How does your business look? How do your clients treat you? How do your candidates see you? How does your business operate? What's your vision? That's where I want you to start thinking about. And then now after you do that, let's go into the month of June. Fired up. I'm talking fired up and ready to create strategies that are going to take our business from A to B. That are going to take our business, from A, where you are now, to B, where you want to be. And we're going to use all of those tactics to make that happen. And then I'm going to show you how to turn your niche market into something far beyond what you can ever imagine. And that's where you'll see your niche wealth. Are y'all on fire? Are y'all on fire? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. It's Monday. It is Monday. Okay, I got to go look at some of the comments here. Hold on, I have very excited. Okay, Michelle said, building a relationship is important so that you are someone that is on the client's speed dial. That is exactly correct. Yes, Tanisha said, yes. Jackie said, hell yeah. Wanda said, yes. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, I'm getting ready to lose you guys. Hold on one second here. I'm trying to put you guys, okay, here we go. Motivation Monday. Jen said, yes, ma'am. Jackie said, I talk to my facilities weekly, even if they are fully staffed right now, to keep that relationship. That is exactly right. Okay, that is exactly right. Yes. Okay, guys. So listen, last week of this is the last week. Okay, so next Monday, we will be looking at our final 48 hours on getting our points in for all the tactics that we're creating. I want you guys to go so hard this week. I want you guys to go so hard this week. You are planting seeds. You are planting seeds in your business so that you can get to where you want to be. I want you guys to go hard and be amped up when you do it. Wow! I'm talking be amped up when you do it. Have fun with your business. I want you to love in your business, love on your business. This is how you grow your business. Are you guys ready? Woo! High five. Woo! High five. High five. High five. High five. Okay, all right. All right. So you'll see more information about our June 2017 challenge. I will see you staffingpreneurs later on in the week. I am literally off the grid getting these last final touches in for everything that's happening next week. So if you guys don't hear from me tomorrow, you will hear from me Wednesday for Q&A. Please have your points in the system. Glasgow, get your freaking points in the system. I want everybody to do me a favor and type under this thread, Glasgow, get your freaking points in the system. Get your points in the system, Glasgow. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye. All right, for everybody that's still here watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I'm giving you guys a sneak peek into what we do at Staffingpreneurs Academy, really diving in to the process of growing and maintaining your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. And we have training for many different levels. If you have never started a business before in your life and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I do that? I don't even understand just even the legality around that. We actually have a startup section that will assist you with that. So don't let that keep you from thinking about turning this thought process into this idea into something real. Once you're ready to go through that, we teach you how to brand your business, how to start creating a brand. As you can tell, we are always talking about strategies, right? Building strategies for your business, from not just working with your candidates, but also working with the client side of the business as well. Because you know, and anybody knows, in any niche recruitment and staffing agency business, you have two clients, your client and your candidate. You know, and then of course we have our private inner circle with the Q&A calls that are off the chain, and the Facebook group. So all awesome stuff. So if you're interested and you're like, I believe that I'm ready for change. I believe that wealth belongs to me. I believe that I can impact, and I want to impact the world and leave a legacy for not just me and my family. I would encourage you to think about starting your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. You can visit staffingpreneursacademy.com for more information. The link is in the box below. If you don't want the training and you don't want the strategy, and that's just like, I don't need any of those things, but I really just like the community part, and I like being a part of the Facebook group, and I like, you know, the bi-weekly Q&A calls. I don't need all the extra training that Dee's doing. That's just too much. You can just join our private inner circle. It's $29 a month, and that's in the link in the box below. But if you really want to scale your business and take it to the next level, I would encourage you to join both, and to really give yourself an opportunity to grow a niche recruitment and staffing agency business where you are giving value, where you're serving your community and you're serving this economic system as well as serving yourself. My name is Dee Williams. I show professionals just like you how to start your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.